Friends, subscribe to my channel Political Doctor and press the bell icon to get instant notifications anytime, anywhere.
Hi friends, good evening to all of you. Welcome to another episode of your favorite channel, Political Doctor. Today we are going to discuss your much awaited Article 370 Part 2 analysis. And in this Part 2, we are going to go hammer and tongs on the demerits that Article 370 creates and a quest of having a larger debate in order to repeal this issue. Friends, today we are going to discuss the famous case of Mrs. Charuvali Khanna, who is married to an outsider. When I say outsider, it means the person who is married to a person who is not a state subject of J&K. As I discussed in the various definitive principles to you in the Article 370, that state subject is nothing but a person who is actually born and brought up in the state of J&K. And as I discussed with you Article 35A, I also discussed that with that comes an automatic power in the legislature of the state to define the rights of the citizens in terms of inheriting the property. While I broad-based the definition in terms of different things, but inheriting the property would be one thing on which we will focus, and we will link Mrs. Charuvali Khanna's case, who is a recent petitioner in Supreme Court, in the Apex Court, fighting for her rights in terms of why she is being gender discriminated when it comes to she inheriting the property of her forefathers, like various people do in any part of the world or in India or in other states of India, actually I mean to say, why she is being denied that. She is a Supreme Court lawyer and a Kashmiri Pandit by ethnicity who has settled in Delhi and married to an outsider. She was being denied the rights to inherit the property while she came with a wish to buy some land in the Kashmir by the PDP-BJP government under the premise of she losing automatic residentship once she marries to an outsider. Now if you read the Article 35A, it also has some sort of chauvinistic tendencies in it. When I say chauvinistic tendencies, what I mean by that is this automatically empowers men over women, because like Abdullahs are there, they will not lose their citizenship of J&K, even though both of them, the father and the son duo, have married to an outsider, one to a woman in UK and one who is now a divorcee, married to a woman again who is outside the citizenship of J&K. But they have not loosened up their rights, while as their daughter, when I say their daughter, I mean to say the Farooq Abdullah's daughter Sara Abdullah, who married to Sachin Pilot, automatically lost that right because she married to a person who is outside the domicile of J&K. Now why there is such sort of gender discrimination in this article, and why this was being allowed at the very part of its fabrication? And if it was being allowed, why there so much of scariness in terms of having the larger debate on this issue so that this issue could be settled once for all? We will rake up this thing part by part today. Friends, Mrs. Charuvali Khanna has brought in Article 14, and Article 14 defines that equality, the right to equality, which is a basic feature of our constitution. When we say basic feature, I mean fundamental feature, the right that you enjoy and which the constitution enshrines in you at the very part of your birth to protect you so that you have equality in terms of everything. But in terms of J&K, this is shown to be taken as a toss because of Article 35A having the male chauvinistic tendencies again while drafting up for the same article. That right to inherit property was not being given up to this woman, while as males do enjoy this right. So we'll try to settle this case with another sharp contrast of S.S. Qadri's case. S.S. Qadri was having the similar case, and she had married to an outsider, and she was an Islamic woman by ethnicity. But again then the Revenue Minister of the J&K declared her right to inherit as the valid, while as today Mrs. Khanna's case is declared as invalid under the different, legit premises which the government is giving in terms of the legal tangles. Now, if there are legal tangles, why cannot sort this out by once for all debate? Mrs. Charuvali Khanna has a say that when she can buy the land in any part of the world, why she cannot buy it in her ancestral place in Kashmir, which is a place where the which article outweighs whom. So we try to discuss this issue in terms of the economic aspect also, that because of this issue the companies, especially the IT sector which is booming in India, cannot come in J&K and establish their setups and infrastructure there, not only because there are terror funding which is legit, so many times under the premise of legit reasons given by the administrative machinery, but actually that is not the issue. The companies cannot go there because Article 370 again becomes an issue in terms of J&K. Now because of this issue which is prevailing in Kashmir, automatically Jammu and Ladakh are being deprived of their due rights. Whereas companies could have gone there, established, and the people over there could not have gone to outside to work and earn their bread. Like any part of the country, the companies would have been there with this Article 370 and this 35A would not have been there. So this is very high time to discuss on this, think on these facts, and then come up with a larger debate in order to either uproot this or stay this with all the provisions, and if to stay this, then a proper amount of reconciling answers that why this should stay. Friends, with this, Charu Ali Khanna's case versus the state of J&K, for which the hearing is going to be after the Diwali as the apex court has placed, which is going to be very crucial as we see the different final lines of the constitution being read by the final sapience and the wisdom of the judges while drafting the thin line. I would also like to highlight before I conclude Article 370 that even J&K High Court's purview and the view that it created for Article 370, that there is absolute sovereignty in terms of J&K, was being declared as complete trash and rubbish by the Supreme Court, as it said that the power comes from the Constitution of India and at the same time the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir, where the Article 3 clearly encapsulates that Kashmir is, will, and in all futures will be an integral part of J&K. With these facts at the case, I wish you all the good luck. If you like our video, do subscribe, hit the bell button. But if you do not like it, please do not leave before sharing the feedback and the criticism for us to improve. Thank you so much, and